Hey, welcome to episode number 54, the weight loss magic pill. Welcome to the Cut the Stress show, formerly the I Cut the Mustard show, where you'll learn how to stop stressing, stop stress eating, and finally create the body that you can enjoy forever. If you're ready to lighten up, pun intended, then you're in the right place because you shouldn't have to hate creating the body that you love. Hey, Michele here. I'm so glad that you're here. If you love these, just go ahead and hit subscribe so that you don't miss another episode. Today, we're talking about the magic pill. Yes, we found it, the magic pill for losing weight. Recently, I was interviewing my clients about weight loss and working with a health coach whenever they had neared the journey, the end of their journey with me. And one of the biggest takeaways that I always hear them say is that they learned that there's no magic pill. Here, this is a misnomer episode, okay? I said I would share the magic pill, and now I'm telling you there's no magic pill, but we'll solve that here in a second. So by that, they mean that there's no magic pill. There's no like magical supplement or poof, I'm suddenly losing weight in 2 weeks, right? So if there was some sort of magic thing, then we would know about it. We would know because the pills would sell. They would drive our consumer economy, which is all about consumption, right? If something worked, we would know about it and it would be famous and everybody would be buying it. But that's not the case. And I'm going to cite a couple things from Dr. Greger's new book, How Not to Diet. He shares a couple great studies about tests that they've done with weight loss pills in the past and placebo pills, just trying to study, like, is there anything on the market that actually works and how well does it work? So in some of these studies, the average weight loss for weight loss pills is only 9 pounds. And then, of course, when you stop losing the pill, then you gain it right back. So, just 9 pounds, even though 9 pounds is a lot, it's only 9 pounds is about as much as anybody ever gets. And then they get it right back whenever they stop taking the pill. But he also mentions, of course, that there's so many side effects along with this that you're not going to want to take that pill. So there are other studies that show, of course, that it didn't have any effect or just as much effect as the placebo pill. And if you're not familiar with placebo, it's just like a sugar pill or something that they put as a control group. Like, let's give people just the sugar pill to see what happens. Like, sometimes we just think it's going to work, so it's going to work. And then they also mentioned that sometimes because people were making these healthy choices, they thought, oh, I'm taking this pill. So then they go and do the opposite and like, oh, I've done this healthy thing for my body. So now I have room to go and eat some junky food or do this other thing that I wouldn't normally do. But now I am doing it because I've kind of got my back. So if the results for these pills are not great, and especially compared to dietary changes and things like that, like we know that the plant-based diet, I don't know what the success rate is, but it's definitely way more than 9 pounds. You hear people's success stories all of the time about how much weight they're able to lose, how much more athletic you can be, how much more energy you get, how much more sleep you have. There's study after study after study about how it improves your health. Even just in a matter of 2 weeks, you feel totally like a new person. And even though we have such amazing results, there's still people aren't willing to do it because it's not that magic pill solution and there's no money in it. There's no one that's going to make money from just saying eat more plant foods, right? So that's why it's not out there. It's not a pill that's making that all happen. So let's talk about why is it that we want this pill? Why do we want to have things to just poof disappear? Maybe it goes back to why Elsa is so popular, right? From the movie Frozen, if you're into kids movies, right? Why is Elsa so popular? It's because she does magic and poof, things just magically happen, right? So why is it that we want this special pill? And I actually went through this myself, not in my weight loss journey, but in my journey for figuring out what was wrong with my digestion, right? I kept searching for the perfect diet or the perfect magic supplement that would work whenever I had tried everything I thought I could. I thought there's just one more thing that I don't know yet. Maybe there's an essential oil. Maybe I'm supposed to take probiotics. Maybe there's this fancy water that's going to solve my problem, right? And I kept searching and searching and searching for what is going to be the magic pill that's going to solve all of my problems. And I'm not saying that supplements are bad or that you don't need them sometimes, or that of course you don't need. Sometimes you're going to need to take some pills for various reasons, and it is awesome whenever they're there, whenever you need them. But there's just no magic pill. That's the biggest thing that I've learned. As humans, we want a quick solution. Our brains are programmed, right, to avoid pain, to seek pleasure, and to make things as easy as possible. So we're always looking for the easiest solution, and we're always looking to just like add something to our lives to just poof, make it happen. And that's why the pill is so enticing. That's why whenever the get rich quick scheme, when the lose weight quick scheme is out, then we want to jump at that because we want to just be able to create this magic solution or drink this magic solution or rub it on and make things all go away. And the other big reason why we want a magic pill is because it's uncomfortable, right? Whenever we aren't getting the results that we want, maybe you're overweight, maybe like me, you've got digestive issues, then you start getting in this cycle of shame or feeling like you're not good enough. Maybe there's something wrong with me. There's something wrong with my body. Maybe I don't have enough willpower. Maybe something else is going on. So you just feel really uncomfortable. You feel ashamed. There may be some of that stigma there is around, like we talked about a couple weeks ago. There's weight stigma. There's allergy stigma. Like people are judging you. You're judging yourself. You feel terrible. And so you want there to just be a magical pill that will make it all go away so you don't have to feel those emotions that you're feeling. Because you're feeling yucky emotionally. We want to get out of that trap right now. So that leads us not only to search for that magic pill, but it's also enticing us to act in other ways, right? We self-sabotage ourselves whenever we're feeling terrible like that. Then we're trying to control ourselves again and make ourselves do things. And then when that doesn't work, maybe you get discouraged, you sabotage yourself, you overeat, or you try really, really hard. And then I've been so good, so now I'm going to have a treat, right? Sabotaging our efforts. So emotion drives us to indulge whenever we feel like we're taking a healthy step. Then our body starts to relax a little bit and we do this opposite overindulging thing as well. So we're programmed to want to make things easy. We want to be as efficient as possible. And we've got all this emotional, difficult baggage going on that is keeping us wanting this magical pill, wanting to get out of it as quickly as we possibly can. But I said that this magical pill just doesn't exist. So what do we do? What's the big deal, though, about believing in some sort of magical 2-week, 6-week solution to our problems? Well,
there was that magic potion,
think what I found in my personal life is that whenever I'm buying and I'm trying and I'm buying and I'm trying,
we would be listening.
Then I'm giving all of my power to the external things around me. I'm saying there's got to be something out there that's going to cure me in here, right? And I keep looking for that magic solution outside of myself. And whenever I grab it, it doesn't work. I can blame it on that external thing.
You're in control.
So the reason that believing in a magic pill is a problem is because it just keeps us stuck. It keeps us wishing for something else outside of us to change our results rather than relying on ourselves to change them. And I love one time I was working with a client and I keep saying, I don't tell you what to do. I just help you feel empowered from the inside out and you start making those choices. So she mentioned that one of her favorite parts about working together was that I didn't give her a list. I didn't give her the specific diet plan that she should be on in order to lose the weight. But I gave her the guidelines and I let her decide. So she said, I made the rules. I got to decide. And now I can't blame the diet for not getting me the results that I wanted. It's all on me. And even though that's the slight it's a slight variation, right? Like she's still following a plan. There's still external things involved, but it's the internal that what matters way more. It's that motivation from the inside out that matters. And you could be doing all the same things, but because you come at it with a different feeling and a different motivation, you're going to get a totally different result out of it, which is what we're all about here on the Cut the Stress show. That's what we're always talking about, that you could be doing all the right things, but it's not working because your brain isn't in the right spot. So what is the magic pill though? I titled this The Magic Pill because there is one. And here it is. We just went over it. The magic pill isn't going out there and finding some external thing that's going to switch on this magical thing in your brain and melt the fat off so you can eat whatever you want, right? The magic pill is inside you. It is your brain. Your brain is the magic pill. Your motivation, you realizing that you have control over everything in your life and reaching in and finding the hope and being able to feel empowered. That's the magic. Because whenever we're internally motivated, we're looking for long-lasting solutions. We know we start to feel empowered. If you come at it with the notion that it is possible, you start to feel empowered. You feel totally different. So rather than feeling ashamed, trying to cover it up, being frantic, running away from that emotion, you're actually, you can switch to being hopeful and empowered and willing to take action on the things that will actually work, on the long-lasting things that you know will work in the end. And even though it's hard, you're willing to do the work because you know that that's what's going to work in the long run. That's what's going to make you the most happy. So I want to make a point here that your body can take care of itself. It's so powerful. It is magical. The way that it heals itself, it's so magical. We're looking for that magic outside of us. You know, like I said, Elsa, we saw, whenever we see witches and they can change water and freeze water and do all those things, we get so excited because it looks like magic. But if you think about what our body does, how it heals itself, how it repairs itself, how it regrows and regenerates, that is amazing and really, really quite magical. And the only time that it seems more magical is when we just see it sped up on the movies. Then we think, wow, that's amazing. But just let it slow down. And if you're willing to take the time to watch it in slow motion, it's still just as amazing. So if the magic isn't out there, if it's not a magical pill, if it's not some herb that we can grab and make all of our dreams come true, how do we tap into the magic that's inside of us? I want to share a story of a woman that I know who, and I think this is the same story for a lot of us, who, went to a foreign country. She lived there for a while and they just have a totally different diet. They have a totally different lifestyle. So she lost a significant amount of weight, over 50 pounds. And living there and having all that weight loss, you would think that you'd start feeling confident. You'd feel amazing. You're looking great, right? You lost all this weight. But that's not always the case. You can still be, even after you lose that weight, you can still be in the spin of feeling fat. You just want to lose more. You want to lose more. You want to lose more. You can be dissatisfied no matter where you're at or no matter how thin you are. You can always be wanting more. So it's important to remember that it's not the external thing. Again, it's not the external thing that's causing us to be happy. It's our own internal magical pill inside of us. So in order to tap into that magic pill, to understand it better, that thing that's inside of you and feel the power from the inside out to do those things, those long-term things that are going to be most helpful for you. How do we start that process? How do we start moving in that direction and kind of give up chasing this magic solution? Let's start by recognizing the areas of your life where you're doing that and have compassion for yourself. Like I said, in my own digestive journey, every time some new class would pop up or I would learn about some new supplement or something like that, I would just jump on it and I would buy it. And it's not that it wasn't improving my health. A lot of things came together, and I think there's value in trying a lot of different things to figure out what works and put it together. But maybe before you jump in and buy it, noticing what it is that's motivating you to buy that, and just notice it and start noticing your patterns and being compassionate towards yourself. As always, we're starting with observation. That is the first step. I feel like I say the same things over and over again, but I hope it's helpful for you. So we're observing, when are we wanting to buy stuff? When are we searching? Observe your attitude in general. Are you just so anxious to get out of this situation that you're in? Are you so frantic that you're just grabbing at anything that goes in your path? Are you coming from a place of hope and determination? And I think beyond that, the last thing to observe, I would say, would be to observe your body and just start to notice the miracle that it is. Start to notice how it heals itself, how it takes care of you, and how everything that you have in your life right now has a purpose and it's there for a reason. Again, maybe it's awesome. Maybe it's trying to teach you something about yourself, and just love yourself where you're at. So I think the magic pill is there. It's inside of you. You can make the choice to create whatever you want to create in your life. Anything is possible. But in order for that spark and that motivation to really come out, you've got to find a big reason why you want it. So by observing the things that you're doing right now, how you're frantic, what emotion you're bringing to it, observing your body and the miracle that it is, that can start to give you that internal motivation that you're seeking. You can start to understand and appreciate your body more. You can start to believe in it a little bit more. And eventually you'll be ready to take the long-term steps, and it'll be something that you want. You'll feel like it's worth it, and it will be easy. And at that point, whenever you stumble across the magic solution, like stressing less or eating more vegetables or whatever it is, then you'll recognize it for what it is. You'll come at it from the right emotional perspective, where you can really take advantage of the tools that are in front of you, and you'll be able to lose the weight or heal digestion or whatever it is that you're struggling with right now. So you've got this. Don't be too frantic. Be patient and loving and kind, and just start to understand yourself more. And that's how we change ourselves. So I hope this was helpful to you. Have a wonderful, wonderful day by beginning inside to search for that magic pill. Bye-bye. What's one thing that's really been weighing you down? Are you ready to kick it to the side? Then join me for a stress less call today, where you'll learn the #1 mindset tool that I use to stop stressing and find relief right now. Go to icutthemustard.com/stressless to sign up for that call today.